Yeah, that's definitely something that I can imagine happening at the end of this as well. Where it's
You're
like,
back,
it
are ya?
feels very
How'd it
much like he
go?
doesn't want to be associated
Not bad.
as that anymore.
It
He just
should be all
wants to
taken
be
care of.
Elfin now.
Oh, wow, that's great. I knew I could count on the blazing sword. Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ellawood.
The blazing sword until the bitter end, huh? I wonder what he would have done if I'd turned him down.
Well, I guess he probably would have been disappointed that you couldn't help him.
But I can't help everyone. It's like I'm doomed to fail them. Sometimes I think Volron was right.
Jeez.
Is this my only choice? Drop everything every time someone needs help? Is that even me anymore? I talk to Nazamir like I'm some sort of role model. But look at me. What future?
Alphen.
I knew it would be like this if I came to the city. Why did I agree to come?
Alphen. Why did you save me? Was it just because you were a hero?
No, of course not. That's not it. I just...
You chose to fight because you had a reason, right? Regardless of what that reason may have been. Don't forget that you have friends. That there are people who can help guide you. That's part of the reason why I wanted you to come here with me. It's because I wanted to help remind you of that fact. From what I remember, there should be someone in this city who can help you in ways that the rest of us can't.
The Crimson Crows? No, not them. Doc. Right. Doc. Oh yeah, Doc's living in Olzebek now.
Life seems to be improving for these people. Even their clothes are higher quality.
They're still not as well off as some other places, but they're getting there.
What?
Hey!
Law.
walls have been torn down and the worlds have become one, but people still divide themselves.
Some do, but not everyone. Take that tailor, for instance.
You're right. As long as there are those who try to join hands together, we can move forward, even if only
When did
one
I mute
step
my
at a
microphone?
time.
I must have misclicked that at some point. I looked over OBS. Yeah, I muted my mic. Oops. I was just saying that, yeah, this DLC was a lot more thought-provoking than I initially imagined. I don't know when I clicked that. Hopefully it wasn't too long ago.
You're looking good, Doc.
You aren't looking too good yourself, though. I've been wondering when you'd show up. So, what is it? I don't know what you're struggling with, but just spit it out. That's the reason you've come here, isn't it?
I can't keep any secrets from you, can I? So, the truth is...
I see. So everyone comes to you asking for your help.
I don't mind being relied on. I mean, I'm happy to help. It's just that...
They take it for granted because you're a hero. That must be tough. I don't blame you.
I just don't understand. Renans hate me without question, while Danans call me a hero. Who in the world am I?
We spend such a long time as slaves. In some ways, I suppose we're still trying to get free. Listen, Alphen, how many hands do you have?
Hands? Well, I have two.
And how many things can you hold at once with those two hands?
Oh,
You think the blazing sword can hold hundreds or thousands of things at once just because he's a hero? Nonsense.
well,
All they see is the legend. They can't tell the difference between Alphen the person and Alphen the blazing sword. That's your real problem, isn't it? So you need to tell them. Remind them that you only have two hands.
are you saying I should abandon people even when they're asking for my help?
Not at all. You want to help everyone. That's a great mindset, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, in order for you to meet everyone's needs, you would have to grow 1,000 hands. No, even 1,000 wouldn't be enough. You'd still miss something, and the people would still complain. All you can do is choose what's important to you. What will you do with just those two hands of yours? You are the one who decides, Alphen. Not the people, not the blazing sword, but you.
I decide. I decide for myself. I do.
Oh, I guess it's not voice acted here, but those are some wise words from the doc there. I was muted for like 2 to 3 minutes. Oops. I'm sorry. Anyone watching the stream and anyone watching this after the fact. And yeah, I switch layouts and I have to turn it off and on again. The chat there, so. Oops. Just fill in what you imagine I said there. Or maybe if I'm feeling spicy, I'll just fill it in later with, this is what I imagined I was saying here. Or, nah, I don't know. Use your imagination, or we'll see if I end up doing some editing magic. I could also just use that time that I would be doing editing to actually get through this when my game schedule's super crazy, so I mean, might not. We'll see. You're not gonna ask anything? You're the one who should be giving me an answer. However, like you've realized something. Yes. Still haven't quite made sense of it for myself. Let's rest here for now. You can think about it overnight. No rush. But then you have to come to a decision by tomorrow morning. Hey, rest of the inn
used as housing for Renans, so we can't go in.
The Renans there must be living pretty rough.
They say it's temporary until they can relocate to Pelegion, at the very least. I hear it's been improved quite a bit since Doc and I lived there.
No, I don't think I would do that. Just edit it after the fact, like, oh, I accidentally had my microphone muted during this point, so I'm just gonna edit over exactly what I imagine it was that I was saying at this point. And then it's like, execute order 66. Something, I don't know. Blazing Sword and his crew. Not just passing by without staying here, are you? Best. Yeah. Time for some sleep. I love sleep. Can't get enough. Okay, this isn't voice acted either, I guess. Good morning. So, did you figure things out? Think so. I want to speak to everyone. Everyone? As in crows and the people who live here. Gonna say a message of, hey, I'll do what I can, but I can only do so much. I want to tell them too. Actually, they're the main ones I want to tell. My own words. I mean, yeah, I try not to. But I usually have more lack of sleep than sleeping. If that's your answer, then there's nothing for me to say. Let's ask Nath, don't remember who that is, to gather everyone for us. So like Alphen, one of the main dudos of this area. It's been a hot second. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. How so? Is it just not being as efficient as you can be with the time?
What's going on?
Because that's what happens with me if I feel like I'm wasting time. It's like, man, I could have been putting that time into some of my projects. That's what makes me sad. Is it a similar thing for you, or is it something else? If you don't mind me asking.
Everyone, listen. I once fought with my friends against the Renin Lords. I did so because I thought it was the way to save everyone. I always thought that I had an obligation to fight, to help those unable to fend for themselves. But I realized I was wrong. I can certainly fight to some extent, but I'm still just a human. I'm not a god or a hero.
What are you saying?
No way! You mean you're not going to help us anymore?
That's not what I'm saying. I want to do all I can. But not because I'm some hero. Not because anyone told me to. I want to do it because I choose to. Even so, there's a limit to what I can do. And that's why...
You're saying you'll be a hero who helps when you're truly needed.
Nath.
When Zephyr died, we foisted that responsibility entirely on you, rather than sharing the burden. Eventually, you'll be gone, just like Zephyr. Everyone dies in the end, whether they are a hero or not. We need to learn to fend for ourselves, and not rely entirely on you, or on any individual for that matter. Am I right?
Right, exactly. I believe that is the path to real, lasting freedom. For all of us. But each and every one of you will need to work together. I'm asking for your help.
You heard him. The time for depending completely on others is over. From here on out, we have to find ways to do whatever we can on our own. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll be fine. Go ahead and leave the rest to us. You focus on yourself. I'm sorry for burdening you with so much up until now.
Thanks.
Feeling better?
Yeah, I guess in the end, it seems I was bound by the word hero myself.
You freaked me out when you suddenly decided to talk to everyone on your own like that.
Those who depend entirely on others cannot truly call themselves free. A good lesson that we all should keep in mind.
The people here will eventually understand. I really believe that.
If everyone can learn to truly think and decide for themselves, I think they'll start seeing a lot of things differently. And hopefully, one day, they'll realize that the differences between Danins and Renins don't matter at all.
So then, now that you've decided to follow your heart. What do you want to do next, Alphen?
I want to find Nazamil. I'm not sure what she's going through, but I can't help but feel like she needs us. But first, I want to go to Niez.
Yes.
I want to speak to the people in different cities like I did in Olzebek. I'll start with Niez. I'll start sowing the seeds in every town, so that maybe, one day...
That's quite an undertaking. Difficult for a hero, let alone one man.
Well, I guess we'll just have to lend him a hand then, won't we?
Niez it is then.
True
Unlike
freedom.
Elizabeth,
Commit to living in the
both
same
Daniels
world for the
and
day.
Daniels
Oh, the
lived in
text is
Niez.
cut off for the
How do you
Steam
plan to
achievement. I'll read it in a
start?
sec.
Good question. Do you think we should talk to people separately or together?
Separately would raise questions. I believe at the same time is better.
That icon on the map up there. Does that mean that there's like a Shion quest? Wait, did I switch and it didn't disable the chat? Do I not need to turn it off and on again this time? And yeah, so same as me then with not being productive and stuff with that kind of thing. Yeah, I like that one moment as well. I'm not a god. So you're not gonna help us anymore? That was pretty good. I also just broke the chat in that it doesn't go away now. It just stays on the screen. It was a pretty good moment. And yeah, that I'm definitely getting pretty impressed with this DLC. If I type something in, like test, does it show up? No, it sure doesn't. It's just frozen on this now. Alright, so off and on again. Weird. OBS is being weird.
Yay!
Calagliho! Come on in. Oh, it's you, Alphen. Yeah, I'll just be on track with turning it off and on whenever I switch layouts, I guess. Looking well, cool. Helping out the shop today? Oh, now my camera blocks him.
Yeah!
You know it. Gladys's donuts are so popular, we've been swamped. You guys here to buy some too?
Yes.
Absolutely. A moment's hesitation. Still, it's like Gladys's donuts have become a local delicacy. If I buy 10 donuts, do I get a free companion cube? Realize this is Gladys, not GLaDOS, but it's still pretty similar. Yeah, I guess that's good old OBS. Oh, we're thriving. Thanks to a recipe you gave us. Ward now drops by from time to time too. Something about making sure we follow that recipe to the letter. That's a first-rate gastronomist for you. He wants to see for himself that his flavor is being reproduced. But then, just like that, he'll run off somewhere. The gastronomy, it calls to me, he says. Still, he's the reason more people can fry donuts these days.
Nice.
Wonderful. That means a tasty donut's always a stone's throw away now. Yeah, that's so. I've actually got a bit of a problem, though. I actually have a caravan going to sell Gladys's donuts outside of Calaglia. I've also got them to start harvesting wheat all over Calaglia. Sounds like less of a problem and more of a good thing to me. Would be, if not for our caravan being attacked by Zoogles in the Iglia Waste. The caravan happened to toss some donuts, which caught the Zoogles' attention and got them chowing down. That gave the caravan a chance to slip away. Right. Bad about the lost product, but at least they made it back in one piece. Since then, the caravan's gotten into the habit of tossing donuts if a Zoogle attack looks imminent. The Zoogles have taken a liking to them and attacked the caravan specifically to get the donuts. Reminds me of a thing that I heard about semi-recently. Apparently there's some places in the world where the elephants have learned that they have the right of way on the road. Like, if they start blocking the road, the vehicles have to stop for them. They're not going to run them over. It's like, you can't with an elephant anyway. So they will purposefully block sugarcane trucks and just start snacking. That's what they'll do. Sugarcane or bamboo or something like that. And just get like a free snack by blocking traffic. It's a similar thing there. Elephants are really smart. Bad for the caravan and bad for business. They've snatched over 100 by this point.
That can't be.
How awful. That's 3 full days worth of snacks.
What?
What? 3 days?
Alphen.
Alphen, this is a serious problem. You have to do something now. Not now.
Sorry.
Those dangers going unprepared. Sorry, Carl. Promise will take care of it later. Bad, you guys are busy though, so I understand. Oh, I just wanted to see if Shion got pissed off about me saying not now. I'm kind of disappointed that she didn't. Yeah, I know it's talking about donut food, but for some reason I keep thinking of the caravan doing donuts.
Yeah.
Start doing donuts around. There was a meme clip that I saw just yesterday, I think, where it was an area with a lot of snow on the ground, and someone went up to their front grill and coated the front grill as if it was like a line of cocaine, and then it cut over to the car doing donuts on the other side of the parking lot. Just thought it was really funny.
Oh, that
What?
Alphen.
Alright, yeah, let's take care of it. Yeah. Let's take care of those Zoogles. Thanks, Elfin. But be careful. Zoogles are dangerous. A donut-fueled town revitalization reconstruction quest. I thought that was a pretty good meme.
Sacrificing donuts. Unforgivable.
What's up with Shion?
Hell has no fury like a hungry Shion.
So, the quest in here, or is it like in the inn? For this one here.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
That implies it's around here. Oh, maybe it's on the rooftop with another ladder? Something like that? Do I still have the clip? I'm pretty sure I just have it bookmarked on Twitter. I can send it to you later if you want. Yeah, I thought, oh, here's a ladder. I thought it was a pretty jarring sound too. I had to look at the bottom left to be like, oh, that's a owl sound apparently. But still, like, what the heck? Ah. Do I need to have Shion out front to initiate this quest or something like that? That was a random person screaming. You never know when constipation's gonna hit. Oh, where could that boy have gone? What's wrong? Are you searching for someone? Elfin. And everyone's calling him Elfin now. Yes, I'm looking for my son. Went out to get some fruit, but he hasn't come back. So you came way up here to... Here, this layout will be better here. Search from a higher vantage point. Shouldn't take that long to pop over to the shop for some fruit, right? And if this was a Shion exclusive quest, we'll unlock like a new set of skill nodes or whatever it's called in her skill tree. Like, what's it gonna do? Didn't give him any money, so I think he must have gone outside of town to pick it by himself. Is there anywhere nearby where fruit grows? It seemed like there would be. Truth be told, I fell ill a few days back. My son said he'd get some fruit to help me recover. It's like a kind boy. It has been. He's been so active ever since we were freed from slavery. He says he wants to do anything he can to help others. I'd love to support him, but he worries me so. I see. He's freed. He has things he wants to do. Elfin, we should find him quickly. If he runs into any Zoogles, he'll be in danger. Right. I agree. The road to Mosgul is closed, so let's start our search in the Iglia Wastes. He says his name is Delio. Please, find him for me. Character subquests. Okay, so we're getting introduced to this. Character subquests focus on the stories of individual party members. Subquests for each party member are marked by icons of their faces, so make sure to take advantage of them when you see them. Completing both of a character's subquests will enhance their boost attack. Enhanced boost attacks are extremely powerful, so unlocking them should be a priority. Okay, so that's what it powers up. It's not new skills, it's powering up our boost attack. I didn't get the chance to read that in time. Sure, I don't really care what has display priority here. Not too important.
I hope that kid hasn't gone too far.
At some point here.
But speaking of doing what you want, Shion, what's something you've always wanted to do?
I may have mentioned, but I have some general ideas. Cooking, clothing design, things like that. I haven't decided on a particular
pick up
thing
that
I
orange
want
shell.
to do yet, though.
I see. There's no rush.
Splash around in the fountain. That's what I want to do right now. Also, speaking about fruit, my desk at work has literally just become like a miniature greenhouse for all sorts of different fruit over the past couple months. I have like 20-something Haskap plants on it, which is a type of berry. I have 6 tomato plants on it currently. That might become some more early next year, with some Creole tomatoes that Guzma brought me, and some Germany cherry tomatoes that my pal Finn brought me. And in the new year, it's also gonna get 2 different species of apple that I currently just have in the windowsill here because I only just recently sprouted them, but there's not gonna be enough space here for all of them, so I'm gonna take them to work. So in total on my desk, it'll be Haskaps, tomatoes, and 2 different species of apple, and soon to be probably 3 different species of tomato. A little bit more down the line, but I'll take in my apples like once I go in the new year. So, yeah. I guess 4 different kinds of fruit initially, and then a total of 6 later, if we're counting different species amidst the same general type, at least. I've just wondered how the heck is the story DLC going to end? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is there going to be a final boss or something? Doesn't feel like it's building up any climax, and there's no major villain in the story either to hint at what the final boss is, unless it's Nazamiel, but they wouldn't do that. Unless, remember that movie that we watched when you and Finn were here, like on the first night that you guys were here, and it was like, hey, let's order some pizza and just watch a movie on Netflix. And the movie that you had recommended was I think it was called Nimona, right? I needed to remember the name of the character there. That movie where it's like one of the main characters wasn't even necessarily a bad person, but just was really shunned by society and really struggled with those emotions and fell into the kind of villain role, and there had to be a kind of final boss of kind of reconciling with her and making everything right. If the game did make Nazamiel into a final boss, I feel like it would have to be something more akin to that movie there, right? Where it's just like, she's dealing with all these emotions and stuff, and you gotta reconcile with her and have this big battle or something or other, and then everyone is... Oh, I guess I can't go there right now. Then everyone's cool by the end or something. I don't know. So, there's a quest I can accept there. There's 2 of them. For Kisara, so I'll do that. Maybe